let's have a quick chat. My mother is in hospital, so I mean in the hospital appointment. So something I was thinking about this morning. Which classes have we got on? I made another flowchart thing. I'll put it on screen. Flowchart. All right, no, flowchart. So in the middle we got cure, which is today. It doesn't have to be today. It'll be cut or shield this year or something. And I'm trying to decide whether I should go to university, because last time I did a flowchart thing, all the routes I had. Yeah, the last time I did the flowchart, I can't even remember what was on the last flowchart, but all the routes that I explored last time to try and progress myself, move myself forward, move life forward, have been closed off to me and never went anywhere, which is quite frustrating. So I made another flowchart. I'm still looking for work, and still being denied work. So this flowchart, we got cure in the middle, right? And we got two routes coming from there. One is work, paid work, but it won't be my old job because there's even more barriers. But I'm trying to find out why I can't get my old job back, because there's no one with more skills and experience than me in that job. I know that. But for some reason, they won't let me have the job back. The other route is university, because university is always on my mind. It's always in the back of my mind. It's something I'd like to do, something I've liked to have achieved. There's people and cars going past all the time. It's a very small car park. It's a different hospital this time, a small car park. Anyway, so university is a route I'm actually exploring. I've made active inquiries. I had reply from one department this morning. I've made multiple inquiries because it's a 4-year course. I will do Nihongo, but try and be trained to level 1. It's a lot of work. It's a hell of a lot of work. But it's something I'm passionate about and something I really regret losing my education. Like, what was it? 16 years ago this month, since I last saw a personal tutor. It's something I've always regretted, but I've just not had the means. And then I know I've been over the stories. I've been over the brief stories in these videos. 22, 23, when I finally got my life together and finally had a career, and I saved up to go away on a big holiday, my big holiday, second holiday to Nihon, but a much bigger one, and I had money coming in 2003, and I was able to make future plans. But then, beginning in 2004, my life fell apart again, and I didn't even see it coming. It just keeps happening to me. My life falls apart, and this is what happened in 2010 when I had to stop seeing a personal tutor. My life just went. There's uncontrollable things outside my power, outside what I had no control over, that just destroyed my life, and I had to stop. It took me all this time just to try and get my life back together. But maybe I should have been thinking about this. I only found out about this university course in 2019. I didn't even know they did it there. I didn't even know they had a department, modern languages department. The thing is, another thing with university, I've always thought it's something I can't do, it's something that's beyond me. I'm too slow, I'm too stupid, I'm too dumb to do that. And I have brought it up with my parents, and my mother is a bit indifferent. But my father actively does not want me to go back into education, does not want me to go to university. So let's go back to the flowchart. So I've sent active inquiries. That doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I'm not going to commit yet. I've said in the inquiries I've sent that I would just like to explore options. Okay, university opens up a Kaiwa school, which I've walked past. I know where it is, and I've been wanting to send them messages before now. Now there's somebody in Kaiwa's conversational school, so I could live and work overseas. Now, one of my universal credit advisors is also half Japanese, and we talk, and I get on with him brilliantly, and he suggested I could just go and do that sort of work anyway. I don't even need to go to university. So that opens up work in Nihon. I'm not even sure if I want to work in Nihon, because the work culture is different than here, and has a reputation of being less lenient. So I'm not even sure if I want to work over there, but I'd like to try the Kaiwa school, like doing the summer school or something. The university will just give me a peace of mind. It'll give me a sense of satisfaction. I've achieved something in my life, I think. And that's something I don't have in other areas of my life. It's something I want to do. It's a skill I want to have. But the idea, what I'm talking about now, is there aren't a lot of routes. If I went back into university, there's not a lot of routes. I mean, maybe when I'm there, maybe other things will open up. So we've got university can open up the Kaiwa, but also can work, because advisor said I could just work there without university. I know I just don't need a degree or anything, but I don't believe him, because I've heard I don't know if I don't believe him. I've heard things in the past that you need a certain level of qualifications in order to work there, but I don't know. I haven't contacted that school yet. I know where it is. I've wanted to contact them before. On the other side is work, though. Thing is, I have, before my life got turned upside down, 2 years ago last month, and everything changed, I was planning a trip to Scotland and planning a trip to the Lake District. I did not go on those trips. So work opens up the possibility of going on those holidays. Work also opens the possibility of having a new car, not a brand new car. The car I'm looking at, or would like to get, is a Skoda Superb, third generation Skoda Superb SEL Executive, either a green line or a 1.4 or a 1.5 ACT. So it's only the small engine fuel efficient version, but the higher spec of the small engine fuel efficient version. The green line probably the best, because the green line, the third generation Skoda Superb green line, do over 1,100 miles a tank. Yeah, it'll do huge mileage. I mean, that's what it's built for. And it's also got cheap, I'd say it's cheaper insurance, but the one I looked at specifically was built after the 2017 cutoff date, which means it would still have more expensive tax rather than cheaper tax. If it was built like a month or two earlier, they would have been like £30 tax, but the one I'm looking at is £200 tax. Right, sorry, I'm scratching my hands, so I'm going to dry skin on my hands. That's what I'm doing down there, so it looks weird. Of course, Philadelphia. I want to go to Philadelphia. My mother's coming back. All right, I need to stop. I have a coffee with me this time because it's going to be a bit longer. Right, the last thing I was saying in the other video. Hang on, this is not shake. Right, relax. Coffee. The last thing I was talking about in the other car park was work. So I've applied for 2 jobs today, actually. A canning operative in a distillery and a warehouse operative in a warehouse in Cowbridge. The thing is, what work does it opens up the chance to have another car, because I've been talking with my father, I've had to put oil in the car now, because this car is getting more and more problems every day. Poor Paseo. And it opens up the chance that I can go to Scotland. It also opens up a holiday to Philadelphia, somewhere I want to go. And that's related to my Limerence, because I want to go to Philadelphia. And also opens up holidays to Nihon. The Philadelphia reference, that's a big pull for me. That's a big... Because what I'll do is go there, just visit some of the places that my Limerence has visited, and just sit where she has sat and try and take in the atmosphere and try and take in what she would have seen when she sat there. But, well, there's one cafe. There's one cafe in the centre of the city, the Caribou Cafe. And, yeah, it's in Philadelphia. I just want to go there and take in the atmosphere and sit where she sat. And that'll be a very emotional moment to me. So that's something I want to do. But there's lots of other attractions in Philadelphia as well. I mean, go see that broken bell and some seamstress's house. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned Betsy Ross in sewing class recently. I can't remember what the reference was. What were we doing? What were we talking about? I was talking about my mother. I was like, Betsy Ross. I can make a flag or something. Because I've been using the USA flag fabric for some of my projects. I've used it on a bag, and I've done a scrunchie. USA flag scrunchie. I would love to give that to my Limerence. That would be an amazing gift for my Limerence. She might like that. Whether I'll ever get the opportunity. There's a lot of incentive to go in to look for work rather than go back to university, but I still want to go back to university. I still want to have that level of education, and I'm frustrated that I haven't had the opportunities. I miss, like I've said in the other videos, I miss my personal tutor. 2010, 16 years, and yeah, I miss seeing my personal tutor. Not a day goes by without thinking of the lessons we had. And it's been like that for 16 years. It's been like that for 16 years. Because I got this kanji app on the phone, and I do this every night, every time I go to bed. So, I mean, I go to bed like 3 times a day because my sleeping patterns are all messed up. And I got this kanji app where I'm trying to learn stuff. You know, I got like lessons, and so, you know, I do that every night. So I think about her every night, and I think about lessons, and I think about learning every night. What was I talking about? The next thing I was going to bring up was back to the my little flowchart I did this morning. One of the things I've got on there is love and family in the bottom right. The reason why I've highlighted that with a little colour around it is because it's actually my biggest concern, my biggest need, my biggest want, my biggest life thing. But also on the flowchart, it's not connected to anything. There is nothing there. There's no arrows going to it. It's separate. So it doesn't matter what I do, it doesn't actually move me towards having a family of my own, having a experience a relationship. So it doesn't matter what I do, really, does it? My father really does not want me to go back into education. The problem with going back to work is I don't like other people. I've had too many bad experiences. I don't want to interact with people. I don't believe other people can be trusted. A few people can. A few people are nice. I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to. I've had too many bad experiences that put me in this position. Now, employers say they're inclusive and they make changes for people for mental health reasons. It's not true. It's not true at all. So I'm just playing with my I like this little baggie. It's the DJI microphone. It's really good. It's a nice little baggie. I carry my the headphones in here, my little earbuds in here as well, and I got a spare cable, and it's a good little baggie. Of course, going back to university, it gets me meeting other people in a different sort of environment, which isn't a work environment. That could have its benefits. I mean, I could meet new people who may get through my attraction pachinko. But I don't want to, because there's people who already get through my attraction pachinko who I want to get to know better. It's a really nice house there. But I don't know when it was built. It's a cottage style house, but it's not old. You've got houses here which are not as old as the houses further back. So there might have been something else here, like an industrial. I don't know. I might have to look on old maps and see what was here on this street. See, no one is interested. What other income sources and streams have I got? I've got live streaming. When I've live streamed before on Twitch, I've had donations. I've had a decent few donations on there, which was surprising. I didn't ask for donations, but I did have donations. There is also the... Oh, let me just say something else. It might look as if I'm leaning to the left, as the car is... There's camber on the road and the car's leaning to the right, so that's why I'm leaning to the left a little bit. So it might look as if I'm leaning over when the camera's straight. Does that make sense? I mean, I can try and lift that up like that. It doesn't matter. You understand. So now I'm streaming on YouTube on a different channel, not on this channel, on a different channel. Let's try and get that angle better. Now I'm streaming on YouTube. I need to find a different donation platform. I was using Streamlabs. I might go back. I might paste my Streamlabs link in here, but the username is different to what I use on YouTube. So I might paste my Streamlabs link. But I've been working on getting Coffee and Stripe working this morning. So I haven't finished that. It's a lot more work than Streamlabs. Streamlabs is better. Streamlabs is a better platform to get donations than using Coffee, Coffee and Stripe. It's much easier, less abstraction. So I could get that running, and I've also got my Redbubble store, which is advertised when I live stream as well. So, I mean, there's potential. It has potential. But what I think I need to do, if I'm going to do that, I need to put a lot of effort into live streaming. I've noticed there's more of a reaction to me streaming Kerbal Space Program than it is streaming Derail Valley. But I kind of like Derail Valley. It's my relaxing game. But then my most popular video ever on the YouTube channel is a Derail Valley video. But do I really want to be making gaming videos? I want to do driving videos. So I want on the flowchart, I've got a new car because I'd like to get another car because I want to try and reduce the amount of miles I do on the Paseo and get the Paseo restored. I'd like to have another car, and the car I've got in mind is a superb, third generation Superb. Skoda. Either a green line or a 1.4 or 1.5 ACT. So it's the nice efficient ones. The 1.5 ACT, they'll always be manual as well. They'll have to be manual. The 1.5 ACT apparently has got a problem where it judders. Oh, and I got to judge a problem with this now. I don't know what the hell is causing it. But with the Superb, it judders when you set off the 1.5, which replaced the 1.4. It judders when you set off in first. Now, I believe that's caused by because it's the 1.4 and the 1.5 ACT and the green line with the 1.6 diesel are designed to be the most fuel efficient. Skoda has really had to think about being fuel efficient, and it uses so little fuel it causes problems when setting off in first. Only the 1.5 apparently, the 1.4 didn't do it. It's a big car for a 1.4 litre engine, and that 1.4 will shut down its cylinders and it'll run on 2 cylinders when you're cruising on the motorway. And the green line, the 1.6 diesel, has actually got really long gearing. It's got longer gearing, and it'll cruise better on the motorways. I'm leaning towards the green line because there's a lovely green line in Newport, actually. Let me just check it's still, because I've got a tab open here. Let me just check it's still for sale, because I'll be heartbroken if it's gone. There's this lovely green line in Newport. Refresh the page, it's still there, and it keeps going down in price. It's currently £8,000. But I've also, another tab I've got here has got an Octavia green line. That's much cheaper to run, and it's probably good enough. This one's in Bolton, and that's still there. You know, it's cheaper to run. And I did, because I talked to my father. That's one of the things I can talk to my father about is cars, but he's not interested. But it's something he's not going to criticise. There's what talking about cars, because I like talking about cars, and I've talked about cars in these videos before now. When I mentioned these two cars, he said, "Oh, it's a taxi." Well, he's right. They are taxis. But then essentially, I'm a taxi for my parents anyway, and I need something. The Paseo is not suitable as a taxi. Headache hasn't gone though. But it's a strong coffee. Have a headache, strong coffee. That's probably not the best. But it was nice and cool, and it was nice and cool. I could done some drink. Where am I going to put this? Okay, my father's coming back. It's time to stop.